Hello, can you hear me at all? Can you hear me at all? Just testing audio. Hello, can you hear me at all? Hey, sweet. We got some audio playing. So, right here is very strange, you guys. I can't go up these stairs. Isn't that pretty lame? Can you hear me at all? There's a just testing audio. There's a pair of stairs. There's a, track of stairs here, and I can't get up it. Let's see if we can get over here. Hello, can you hear me at all? Hey, sweet. We got some audio playing. You can go over here on the other side, but so right here is very TBC, strange, you guys. I can't go up these stairs. TBC has these rules. There's a can't get over these things. The tracking when it comes to the movement and where you can go is a little strange, a little different. So I decided I'm gonna start streaming. Might as well just document some of my leveling here. I am leveling as Feral, but I do always have the intention of playing Boomkin. But in Classic, I actually was assigned to Feral duty, which is okay, because I got to off-tank a little bit. But I mainly Feral DPS, to be honest, when I was playing in Blackwing Lair and Molten Core, so... This is what's nice about Druid, though. You do get to just go right through things. So it makes leveling pretty convenient. I quite like leveling when I'm on my Druid, because it really is very simple. When it comes to what class we're going to play in WotLK, that right there is quite a debate that I'm having with myself, because of the fact that, oh man, every option is just enticing. You've got Druid, which obviously is just really, really reliable, because you can do so many things. Paladin, of course, looks amazing. It looks so interesting to change to. I've never really mained a Paladin, other than, of course, BFA is just a little bit of a different time where I was just playing some PvP on the Paladin, wasn't really raiding or anything. But Paladin is looking quite amazing, of course, and when I was playing Wrath, I knew that it already was, so...
Not enough energy. Ability isn't ready. I don't have enough energy.
For one more of these angles, and then a ferocious fight.
Not enough energy.
Ooh, goodness.
I can't do that.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We've got an eye.
How dare you trifle with my belongings? The orcs in my citadel will drink your blood, and devour you.
Okay, I'll leave now. Do we just let this guy pass, or do we try to be sneaky? I think that he wants to go in this room. No, we can sneak right past. Okay, sweet. See, that's something that I will be able to do as a druid. So, it's just very convenient for leveling, very convenient for questing. It's one of the reasons I'm also considering running Rogue in Wrath, where Rogue they get Phantom Knives, they get a lot of their cool stuff. And, to be honest, I like the energy-based classes. Monk isn't out or anything, so the energy-based classes are very intriguing to me, very fun. Oh boy, my stealth is on cooldown. Oh boy, oh boy. We can get out of here. It's fine. I need to go over there for the quest, though. Oh, Fellweed. Yeah, let's pick that up. So, to be honest, I'm even considering, like, right now, I can't stop thinking about Mage. Oh, you ran all the way over here just to stop me from picking my plant. You jerk. I'm even looking at mage, and I've never really mained a mage. I did play a mage a little bit in Cataclysm, I'm not gonna lie, but I wasn't really playing the game like incredibly consistently in Cataclysm days. I was playing for a couple of months, but it was like Raid Finder. I wasn't in a real guild or anything like that was pushing content or anything. In Icecrown Citadel, I was playing my Shadow Priest, so that was a ton of fun. Naxxramas, I for sure was playing Shadow as well.
I'm out of range.
But, like I mentioned, even Mage is looking interesting to me when it comes down to it, because Mage is very convenient when it comes down to the class and what they can do. And then, like I mentioned, Paladin, just for the hype, just for the fitting. I feel like, for some reason, I feel like I need to play a class that really fits in that expansion. So, for example, Wrath of the Lich King. My mind jumps to, of course, Paladin, but Mage. Mage is there because of Jaina and all the storyline there. The Nexus. You know, there's a bunch of Mage, Dalaran. There's a bunch of Mage emphasis there, which is what's getting me to really consider it. And I've never, like I mentioned, I never really have rated as a Mage. So, now I know that one of the reasons I never picked them was because of just how many people play mages. That's one of the reasons too, not gonna lie. But I was thinking maybe Shaman, because I had a friend who played Shaman and was playing as Elemental, and I just remember Elemental looking so cool, looking so fun. I got no problem with Draenei either, so Draenei are totally fine for me as a race to play. But
It's too far away.
Shaman just has never been like the most amazing thing to me. I think that if you're a Shaman player, you're a Shaman player, and I've never really identified as such. I like Elemental, and that's pretty much it. I played some enhancement in Pandaria. I played enhancement in Pandaria, in PvP, in arenas and stuff. So. But yeah, overall, when it comes to Wrath, I still don't really know what I'm doing. What I mean is what I'm playing. I don't know what I'm choosing when it comes down to that, what I'm gonna end up doing. But honestly, the Druid is just a solid option. So, my brother actually raided as a Druid. He was a bear tank, which was awesome. I remember watching it and just thinking it was really, really sick. So, bear tanks are really good in Wrath still.
I need to get closer.
They get even better. You know, what's great about Wrath, and that I loved about it so much, and what I'm excited for, is kind of no matter what you pick is not a bad idea. Because when everything is overpowered, everything's equal. So, some things are overpowered and stuff like that, but at the same time, most everybody is overpowered, now, in Wrath. So, that'll be very fun. I remember it being that way, at least, so. Every single class looks enticing. There's reasons to play every class. Like I mentioned, Rogue is really up there for me right now, too. Rogue just looks really convenient, really amazing. I do love the Fan of Knives and everything like that. What I've been researching, it does look like you have assassination and combat, and then subtlety, of course, is just fun for probably like leveling. I'd say subtlety it jams with my vibe, and then it's good for PvP too. So hey, great, that's good. They're hard to gank, if you're just playing on a PvP server or something like that. They're also hard to gank. Now, one of the things after coming back to Wrath, or coming back to Classic, I should say, my server, for example, is dead right now. It's just one of those things where I went on the WHO list the other day and typed in WHO, and there were 4 people on. But at the same time, that doesn't matter to me right now because we're just leveling. So it doesn't, we're just getting prepared for Wrath. But basically, I'm just sitting there, and I didn't realize how much the server distribution has changed, where there aren't really any even servers anymore. So the whole getting ganked thing, you know, it's gonna change a little bit as we go on, but the whole getting ganked thing really doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of an issue. And if it happens, classes that I could play like Druid, like Rogue, probably have an okay time escaping from those ganks. So now maybe I'll just pick this one because of the look to it. But there's other ones that look like that. I usually pick the plate option because I'm assuming that sells for the most. So I don't have the add-ons to give me extra.
Glad I could help.
So I only downloaded Questy. It's the main one. That's really. I don't even say necessary, like in the sense of I need it, you know, but it does speed up the process quite a lot. So, like, you can read the quests and everything, but we're just in a day and age right now where, because I know that there's an add-on out there that will just help me at least find the quests, it's like, why bother, you know? Why bother reading it? Especially if I'm gonna be streaming this, you know? I mean, why bother reading something while I'm on stream, just silently reading? That's no fun.
That ability isn't ready. Not enough. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
So, we got Rogue, we've got Druid, of course. I think the Druid is just a solid option because I already have one, so it's got some of that fun raid gear, you know, like I mentioned, you've got certain items that I've got, you know, just fun to have. Back when I was tanking on this guy, we got some awesome rings, you know, we got some great tank gear on this guy. But at the same, I know that it's not going to be used at level 80, but it's going to be sitting in my bank, and it's going to feel good to look at. And then, like I mentioned, tanking in Wrath with a bear is actually really solid. It's definitely a good option. So, Druid is there, and then you can always play Boomkin as well. I really felt like I couldn't go wrong if I played the Druid and then leveled up a Paladin on the side, because then I'd have that ranged DPS, I'd have a healer, 2 healers pretty much, actually. Holy Paladin looks like it's going to... And I would play Holy. I'd maybe try Brett a little bit if I wanted to have a different melee. I'd probably play Rhett over Pharaoh when it comes to melee DPS, but who knows? That's one of the things. I could end up really, really liking... really liking Feral DPS when it comes down to the rotation, because we're not just power shifting. Now, I'm not power shifting while I level, but at the same time, I really could. So, there we go. And then we go ahead and just keep doing our thing. And then we do a finisher. But that's a little bit more work than I really have to do these right now because we're just leveling, so. And also, I do have the helmet, but it's a sit thing, so.
Not enough energy.
It probably is actually a faster method when I really think about it, if I just power shift even while I'm leveling. But sometimes you really want to have that mana. I do have plenty of potions still, but sometimes you really want to have that mana to throw out when you accidentally pull a couple too many mobs. If you need to start shifting into bear form, in and out of bear. Actually, one of the best parts right here is this Rune of Metamorphosis. So if I pop this, then I can just power shift and maybe actually, it's good to incorporate the rune into my DPS rotation. Whenever it's up, I can just start power shifting, and I don't have to. So, actually, that's a pretty good idea. I don't have an energy monitor, so maybe after this, I can download that. Like I mentioned, the only add-on I have right now is Questy, but I could download that, the energy tracker, so that I'm making sure that I'm not, that I'm getting these little ticks of energy right when I'm Ooh, that's another thing that I'm really excited about for this, for Wrath, is when they're coming out with the energy update, you know, for the system here. So pretty soon we won't have to do the power shifting at all, because that's not how energy is going to be generating. Oh, I can skin these. That's nice. We're not going to need to wait to get energy on ticks anymore. We will actually get it steadily. It'll generate steadily. So instead of waiting to 40, 60, 80, it's gonna just go 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, you know. It's really nice. That's a great change. Because then you can look and you're like, okay, I've got 35 energy here. What am I gonna use that on? Okay, I'll just wait till 40, 45 to use the next thing. You know, if I need to use a combo point, I'm just gonna use the finisher. Like I said, this server, I'm not worrying about like going to the auction house or anything. There's no one here. Skinning and herbalism. Well, herbalism is just a have, really. But skinning is just, it does actually give you quite a bit of extra money if you're just going and selling the mats. It really is. It's a good substantial amount. It's more gold than nothing. And also, skinning is probably good to have. Just in general, people are gonna want the skins from the new expansion. And also, I do think of the druid. If I'm gonna be playing the druid, I think it's a really good gathering class. You're just playing the druid in order to quickly go down to things, especially when you get flight form. You just go down to something, you grab the herb, and then you fly off, and you're just, you know, don't even have to. Sometimes you can scoop in to areas where you really wouldn't be able to, and then you're able to remount so quickly that you don't need to pull into the mob, where you can get away from the mob before it paps over you. So it's really, I think that keeping the skinning and the herbalism is just pretty good on the druid in general, because it just fits. If I have another character, I can always play that character to do the professions. So. Or the crafting, I should say.
I'm out of range. I can't do that yet.
So, watch my energy here. It goes from 51, and then I'll hit it. Okay, so we want to make sure that we kind of use it at that level. But like I was mentioning about the new game here in Wrath, we're not going to have to power shift. We're just going to be balancing all the bleeds, all the timings with our own self buffs. So we're getting a roar for a finisher that gives us more damage. And then we're getting Berserk, which I'm very excited for, actually. So maybe Feral is in the future, where I could be just playing a Feral DPS as well. But I do have the caster option, so at that point, it's what do I play with this? Do I play a paladin, mage, rogue? I really have started to pin it down to those things, though. Now I do have like history of playing a hunter a little bit, you know, throughout classic. Not the re-release of classic, but vanilla. You know, like back in vanilla, I was playing hunter, but I was also playing my rogue, and I actually still have that rogue from vanilla. I still have that rogue on my live account, so I do have a lot of affinity, a lot of love for rogue as well. So what do we do? What do we do? Oh, that skin failed, I guess. So we'll go back there.
I don't have enough energy. I can't do that.
Okay, power shifting is worth it. It's worth it. While we're leveling. Oh, we gotta put thorns on though. Luckily, because I was raiding as a feral, you kind of have the timing down of when your energy ticks come back, especially if you're like, okay, right after this, right after the energy ticks back up, I use my spell and immediately power shift. Like it's pretty intuitive. But the energy tracker is just nice because then you never really miss it. You never really miss the timing there. Ooh. Parry. Die. Oh wait, am I killing these things when I don't need to anymore? No, I just need the eggs now. Okay. That happens sometimes when you're busy talking, right? Also, it's just experience, to be honest. Does anyone else get pretty nervous when they're fighting mobs right this close to the edge? Ooh, now, Shaman are getting Thunderstorm, which is, of course, very exciting. But, like I said, is that reason enough to be playing Shaman? With the totems, with all the balancing that you gotta do there, there's quite a little bit more of a commitment, I'd say. Oh, I see. So these actually have the chance of dropping the eggs. I see. If you kill the full-on Ravager, the mature one.
It's too far away.
Ooh, I can't go underneath here.
I'm out of range.
Can't go underneath the briar. Underneath the briar patch!
Can't do that yet.
See right there, I was a little second too late on the power shift, a little millisecond.
No. Energy.
Now, one of the things people probably do not like about druids, for example, is all the key bindings. Now, that's actually something that I've been able to figure out pretty okay, to the point where my keybind setups, like, I need like things to fill the bar.
I need to get
So, come at me, hit me. There we go. We got them down here.
I can't do that.
There we go. That was quick. That was quick. But like I mentioned, I like the key bindings honestly for Druid. I'm okay with that. And that's one of the reasons why I was like considering Shaman. I'm like, well, if I can get the key bindings down for Druid, I mean, it's not too much of a problem to. And I have like things like macros for like bear form. I can walk up to this guy and just go, hey,
Ready yet.
fuck you, and then just smack him, you know. So
Ready yet.
now you can't just go into bear form and immediately bash because you need to let Fury give you the energy, or the the rage. But hey, I've got the key bindings that have it, and you see it shares the same keybind slot. So Dash was on 7.
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
And I
Not
can
enough
at least
rage.
see that the ability
I
is
can't
ready.
do that yet.
But I'm pretty sure if I hop out of bear from here, it'll show it. Yep, it's on cooldown. So it works. It works really well. See, it's just because bash costs rage, but if it didn't, I'd be able to boom. Just like how I can prowl. It doesn't need energy, so you just immediately can.
Not enough.
Now, I know I don't need to kill these guys, but it's actually leveling up my skinning too, so that's good. Pretty soon after this, I do want to go to Zanger Marsh. That's my favorite zone in all of Outland anyways, so... I know a lot of people like Negrand, which I can't blame them, and that's my choice, for sure. But I love Zanger Marsh. I like the quest density there as well. I enjoy the quests in Zanger Marsh. I have a lot of good memories from TBC in Zanger Marsh, so back in the day, so many years ago. Is this worth it? Is it worth it to go grab that? Oh yeah, there's an egg up there. I can go get it. That's really nice about a druid. I do think I will have to kill this little fetchling here before I can grab this. Yeah, especially with the way that the pathing works on the mountains here. Oh, can I sneak it? Hey. Very nice, very nice. We love to see it. You do love to see it. Weird how these Ravager eggs don't have any sound. They're collecting. Now that does get you right there where Prowl has a cooldown and you forget about it. But, dude, one of the things I'm so excited about when it comes to Wrath is going to be Shadow Meld being castable in combat. Let me tell you, having it not cast in combat feels awful. Feels awful, man. I do not like that. So, the fact that it's coming available, you know, as a vanish, basically, gonna feel real nice. Alright, back to these things. One more mango. You hate when you're the last. Yeah, that's okay. You hate when when you use 4 combo points and the last they've got like 10% health left. You're just like, oh man, I should have just got that extra combo point. Also, it's a lot harder to crit on things when they're above you. We're almost there. We're almost there. Like I mentioned, you know, Zanger Marsh, I didn't want to go to Zanger Marsh right when I was 60, because it just makes it a lot more difficult to kill mobs when you're a level underneath. But there are, you know, especially the starting quests in Zanger Marsh, you actually are able to start working on mobs that are in the 60s, you know, in the 60 range. But you're gonna move on to the 61s pretty. Oh, you can't go. Pretty doodles. You're gonna start working on mobs that are in the 61, 62 range pretty quick. So just range pull. Range pull.
Target.
Power shifting is, yeah. I know I've already established this, but power shifting is definitely
Ready yet? I don't Not enough.
yeah. Here we go.
I'm out of time. I don't have
Good crits. You see, because it's level 60, good crits. Good crits. Good crits. get a little bit of energy here. Now, I know I could shred, perhaps, but to be honest, it's another... I mean, it's 20 extra energy. I'd rather get the combo points and just get the ferocious bite off. Now, there probably are theory crafters out there who might say that shred is better. But I'd assume that's if you're able to crit a lot. I'd assume that that's if you really got... Maybe even if you're using the helm for power shifting. Maybe it makes that makes that idea even better. I don't know. We'll just head over here. Good luck, dude. No target, because it's dead. He's dead! Oh, he's the level 61. That's okay. Ooh. I see how it is. Oh, yeah, good crit for that. We'll use our innervate. Oh yeah, we need to put forms on again anyways. Whenever I'm doing the I don't have enough energy, I keep hearing my rogue. Like I said, I was playing a rogue for a long time, little gnome rogue. I don't have a target. I don't have enough energy. Need more energy. I need to target something first.
Not enough energy.
Ooh, nice. That was a quick kill. I'm not gonna lie. Being a druid though is it makes other people pretty scared when you open up with them on cat form, with cat form, because you just all of a sudden you're like chilling and you're chilling out. And then all of a sudden a fucking cat jumps out of the shadows. And you hear that sound effect. That is pretty creepy. It kind of throws you off, and then you hear it's kind of like when you hear a cheap shot from a rogue. It's that feeling that you get. You do get that feeling from a feral druid. It's that roar. Quite frightening for you're on the receiving end of it. Dodge. You might even die without needing the combo points. Yeah, look at that. Now this is where in later games, in later versions of the game, like you still can't do it in TBC. If I'm playing on a rogue and I still have 5 combo points on that target, I'm able to slice and dice, but you can't do that. So I'm hoping that maybe changes in Wrath, where you can use the combo points on a dead target and still use like your for example the attack speed and slice and dice. You're not wasting those combo points if you just happen to kill them off. Combo points are still so
I don't have.
Yeah, it's always nice whenever that happens.
too far away. I can't do
I think I do like the combo point system. I've quite, you know, I like filling up these dots on a lot of classes. I've never been too much of a rage bar player, for example. Rage bar has never been, like, my favorite thing in the world. I do play a little bit of Demon Hunter, where it's Fury. You know, it is pretty much a rage bar. But at the same time, I feel like there's a bunch of different things that you're not even thinking about the Fury bar very much at all, because you're just using Demon's Bite 3 times and then, you know, using a bunch of your expenditures, and you're kind of just spamming. It's not, there's not much thought to it, so.
What's up?
I guess that's, these aren't really even worth really utilizing too much, because you have to use this one. It's a 5-minute cooldown. I like completely forget I have it. So this one right here looks like it could scale, maybe.
Nice money, friend.
Dodge is good, especially for Druid.
Keep it real.
Dodge is everything for bear tank, so. Oh goodness. I need to now get oh. I need to sell. Goodness gracious. Oh, I leveled. I think I want, no, not that one. Maybe it's shredding attacks. I can't remember exactly which one I want at level 61 here. Start speed boosting. At that point, maybe even shredding attacks, because it will give you, maybe shred will actually be more worth using. I feel like definitely if you're gonna be playing, you know, dungeons, you know, you're gonna be using dungeons to speed up your leveling. But we're not. We're just playing. Could even be in the resto tree where I want to start like getting Omen of Clarity, maybe. Maybe I do go with Omen of Clarity actually, because that's a really good ability for sure. Do I want to go upstairs or do I talk to this guy? Assistant Klaatu. Probably is upstairs. Or downstairs. One or the other. Oh, there he is.
Good fortune.
Chronocry Crystal.
Do not lose faith.
Inventory is full. Well, that's why I came to town, so I could sell.
A Shah fell out.
Hello. Now, see, buying's been equipped. I didn't sell it because, you know, buying's been equipped. But at the same time, who's gonna buy it on this server? Stamina by 10. Like I mentioned, I'm not, you know, there might be some things that I'm selling that people are like, what, dude, you don't know the value of that? No, I don't. I honestly don't, guys. If I do sell anything that does offend anybody, then I'm not gonna sell my Onyxia Tooth necklace for that. Or I'm not gonna get rid of it for that. It probably is a better item, but I don't want to get rid of my purples, so. Wow, a lump of 20 fellweed actually only gets you a gold. Goodness. That worth selling at that point? Or do I just keep it for selling when I transfer servers whenever they provide it? At that point, what am I holding on to, basically, you know? I'm holding on to Runecloth and Netherweave for, I don't know. Probably not going to use moats or anything like that. You know, at this point, why not? Why keep stuff that's going to keep? But what's my... Yeah, my first aid isn't even close anyways, so... Whenever when I was playing a healing class, my first aid priority did go down a bit. So I'm keeping a hold of this just for now. Just, I don't know how well it scales or anything, so... We'll keep it.
See you later.
I can buy
Good
back
day
the
to
rune
you.
cloth. It's still at the bottom of the pile here, if I really want to buy it back, so...
See you around.
There's already stuff in my bag from, from Classic that really aren't gonna even be worth holding on to anymore, you know, raid potions and stuff. Who cares? Oh yeah, that's right. I needed to pick up those quests. Now, do I just want to go to Zangarmarsh? I really do. Yeah. I think I'd like to go to Zangarmarsh. Who knows? This Draenei may have a quest where we need to go to Zangarmarsh. You never know. Or I
The
don't.
Naru have not forgotten us.
Lioness Aka.
We're lost in the courtyard. Oh,
Favor the road,
that's
traveler.
very close, right? This is right here. The indoors. I can go talk to the dog like he says. Faith, hey. Can you show me where? Oh,
Need help?
doggy treat.
Safe travels.
Do you have
Hello.
the treats? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. No, I'm not worried about this anymore. Like I don't know if I can just go up and get the item here. So, or if I need the dog to show me it for it to like spawn. So. He said it was in the courtyard, but Feifei could have definitely brought it inside, okay? He could have brought it inside, and we don't want to waste the time dealing with that, okay? So, now, I did not go to Talador.
Great to meet you.
No. We'll just
Keep
run.
your feet on the ground.
Or is it Terrador? It's the Zangarmarsh elevator. It says digging for prayer beads. I'm a sure person here that we need to give Feifei the treat so that he can unearth it for us. I'm just going based off of like classic quest design, how quests used to be designed. Quests back in these times were usually, now I don't know about this quest, so some people might say, well, actually, you could have just walked over and grabbed it. But usually quests from this time period, if you just know where it spawns at the same time, you still needed to do an event to make it spawn for a lot of these. This tower is always barely capped, but at the same time, who's gonna sit there and cap them all back, right? Especially when you're used to being on a server where that's kind of what people do, is fight over those areas, so So I can turn in a quest here and turn in a quest here to get this flight path, and then I'll run to Zangarmarsh. I also know that Zangarmarsh is much more interesting to look at than Hellfire, so. This piece of shit, he just like throws fireballs at you randomly. You're just walking along and then he starts chucking fireballs at you and you're like, whoa. Calm the fuck down. Oh goodness. So many of these damn vultures. Now, like I mentioned, Hunter, I have a little bit of experience playing in, vanilla TBC, back in vanilla and TBC. And then also in Shadowlands, I was playing a Hunter most recently as well, to raid. But at the same time, I know that there's going to be a lot of Hunters. But I'm a ranged DPS player. I like the ranged DPS.
May the light embrace you.
As I've gotten older, let's say, I've transitioned to
Be
ranged
kind
DPS quite
to
a bit
those
more.
less fortunate.
But I liked ranged DPS a lot as the Shadow Priest. So, Priest is up there as well. Like I mentioned when it comes to the...
Blessings upon your family.
Greetings,
Oh,
friend.
do I have any stuff to go
May
to
your days be
Zangarmarsh?
long,
I'm assuming not, but sometimes these
Draws near.
padding people want you to go over there. Great Fissure. Oh, yeah. It's right down here. Yep, okay. I know those mobs, and those are actually kind of fun to kill, but I'm gonna still head to Zangarmarsh. But basically, I was just saying, like I mentioned with the class identity in the expansion, Priest is always a really cool one for ICC, for Wrath as well, because you're bringing the light and stuff like that to fight the undead. And then if you're going Shadow, it's just really fun in Wrath as well. Now, I was considering playing a Warlock, because in Classic WoW, here, just a couple of years ago, I was having some fun playing, leveling up my Warlock. It's level 27, so, it's not like I got it to max level or anything, but it was fun to level. But I did start playing a Horde Warlock for the Dark Portal Pass. And I honestly, I was getting a little bit out of WoW at the time as well, but I really just kind of wasn't vibing 100% with the Warlock. The Warlock I was having some fun with in Legion. I was having a ton of fun with Destruction Lock in Legion and everything. But it really, I don't think it's going to be something I vibe with when it comes to... Every single time I think about playing the Warlock, I'm like, oh, but I could just play...
What brings you?
I could just play
Go with
Shadow Priest, Aha, there it is. There's the quest to go to Zangarmarsh. This quest is actually easy right here. I was already killing a lot of these guys. Skinning them will probably be worth it. They are 2 levels above me now, actually. So. We are running through! We are breaking through! Shall not lay hands on me. Ah, beautiful. My people!
What brings you here?
The Cenarian expedition.
Peace survive. Peace for you.
Ishnu Daldir,
Ishnu Daldir.
illume my forehead.
Oh, they killed that guy. He really was chasing me that far. Wow. Oh, you just wait. You're gonna buff me later, bro. Get the buffs, get the buffs.
How may I aid you? Greetings.
Greetings.
Go in peace. Goddess watch over you.
I am listening. Dear Ladris.
I knew he was gonna say Del Nadres. I knew it. I was like, I was waiting for it. I knew he was gonna say that. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I spent so much time in Teldrassil and leveling throughout the years, let's be honest. But, dude, I spent so much time in Teldrassil. That's one of the things, too. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I am sitting there still debating Horde Alliance, Horde Alliance, Horde Alliance. I really think I'm gonna pick Alliance because anytime I try to play Horde, I really fall out of it pretty quick. I fall out of the game faster, is what I'm saying. Now, in retail, I am playing Horde, and that's just kind of what I've been doing. In Wrath, I actually see that... Oop, my bad. I was kind of playing Wrath a little too much. But in Wrath, I know for sure that people are going to be playing Alliance because of every man for himself. It's just one of those things where I know
Well met.
that's going to be one of the flavor of the month things, and so I probably won't have too much problem
Peace.
with finding people to play with. So. And then because of every man for himself, people probably won't be playing Druid because they got the Night Elf and all that type of stuff. So I really think that, you know, playing Alliance isn't going to be too much of an issue when it comes to Wrath. But I'm still open to the idea of playing Horde. It's definitely still an option. Horde have some great lore in Wrath too. The Sourfang and everything. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff that happens in Wrath for Horde as well. And also, like I said, you know, here's one of the things too, is I maybe will just want to do something I totally have never done before. So maybe, well, I played an Alliance, you know, Human Priest in you know, Shadow Priest in Wrath. Okay. Maybe I should hop to Horde and play a mage that, you know, because it's something I've never done before, really. So, you know, that's honestly what I did with this character. I never really mained a druid. It's never been one of my classes that I played full time or anything like that. And then sure enough, I ended up raiding as a feral druid in Classic. It's like, wow, okay, cool. Well, now I know I'm capable of doing that. That's sweet. I think that could actually be an option in the future. I could just do that for a different class, for example. Oh man, I forgot about that. Whoopsie doodles. My memory is not serving me well. Look at that. I missed the gap. Luckily, I was able to hop back on, but goodness. You almost got me, Telrador. You almost got me. Your gap. Mind the gap. Mind the gap.
Great to meet you. Off with you.
The Legion's end draws near. Remember the lessons of the past. Warm wishes to blessings upon you. May the light embrace you.
I love their voice lines, though.
Good fortune.
Good fortune.
Remain vigilant.
May you find what you seek. Be well.
Open your heart to the light.
Now, one of the things too is I could
Be kind to those less fortunate.
I could switch skinning out or herbalism out, but probably maybe even skinning out for mining, because engineering is so good. It's so good. It's I'm playing with engineering. I'm playing with engineering in retail as well. I think that some of the teleports and everything like that, the fact that you can get into every zone in Shadowlands, it's so overpowered, because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm over there, but you know, whatever Mythic Plus group I get into, you know, for example, for a Keystone, I'm like, oh, I'll be there in 5 minutes because I'm able to just teleport
Be
over
kind to those less fortunate.
Warm wishes
to that
you.
zone, even if I just
Be
use my
well.
Hearthstone. It's not a problem. And then I know that, you know, everyone and their grandmother is talking about how good engineering is in TBC. And already it was good in Classic, and then it's going to be amazing in Wrath. Let me be honest, Jeeves is one of the main reasons I went engineering in retail. So, you know, just having a repair bot is one of the reasons already. So, even more reason to go it because of Wrath. You know, they're finally getting the repair bot, they're getting the mailbox, everything like that. I'm really excited for that too. So, all right, great. Well, this is my first stream. I'm just playing the game. You know, people have told me you might as well record stuff that you're playing. So, there you go. This is probably I'll just continue probably leveling and stuff like that. Maybe throw in some Destiny or something like that. But hey, we're ending it off with a beautiful view. Oh, those damn Naga. They're doing stuff over there. We can see it. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that at a later time. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I know I had fun. So stay safe.